What up, y'all? dcfaygoguy. Sorry, dcfaygoguy up here on Carnival Spirits. There's a brand new edition of the Hatchet Herald, so it's time to see what's happening now. A current look at the Hatchet happenings in the Hatchet Herald. So we're going to jump right into this because there is some big news that was kind of dropped. None of it was really elaborated on, but nonetheless, it was dropped. So let's jump right into this. Once again, I'm not going to be reading this. I'm just going to kind of put it all in a nutshell for you guys. And first off, he's going to be talking about the Juggalo Day weekend and more or less the success of it. You know, how fucking dope it was to see Isham and how awesome it was for Twisted to show. From the sounds of it, they didn't even know that Twisted was going to show up. I don't, I don't know. It kind of comes off that way. Let's see, where's this at here? Right here, everybody had so much fucking damn fun. And get this, to everybody in the building, surprise, Twisted showed up. So I don't know if he's talking about the Juggalos themselves or if he's talking about everybody, crew-wise, too. So he did talk about Capital E flaking and not showing up like he was supposed to. But I imagine that was not a deal breaker. I don't imagine that Juggalos were in the crowd fucking pissed because Capital E wasn't there. They probably didn't give two shits or a fuck. But moving on, he basically was just talking about the success of Juggalo Day weekend. So, that's pretty dope. He does mention a little bit more about, of course, the audiobook. Pretty much nothing new here. Just basically talking about the fact that it's going to have added in stories. It's going to be a more elaborated story, as well as the added chapter of talking about Hell's Pit right here. He's going to be talking about Hell's Pit in this audio book. Of course, the new title is The Story of ICP and the Six Joker Cards / Behind the Paint. But, like I said, I'm going to keep calling it Behind the Paint, the audiobook, because it is what it is, and that's what I'm going to stick to. So, of course, it's got sound effects, it's got music, and it's got, good audio story needs. So it's definitely going to be awesome. It will be available at the gathering, and like I said, I am assuming it will be available on Hatchet Gear after. So don't freak out thinking this is going to be an exclusive thing, because they're putting so much effort into this. It's not going to be an exclusive thing that they're going to put out at the gathering. I very highly doubt it. So in the next paragraph here, he's going to be talking about, and this is the news part right here that he does not elaborate at all. So he's basically saying that this year's ICP seminar at the gathering, they're going to be dropping what could very well be the biggest news in Juggalo history. No exaggeration. This to us is some massively huge news, and the coolest thing about this news is that it involves each and every one of you. There is so much news to reveal at this year's seminar that usually, get out of the way, I'm mad nervous because I don't feel like we have enough to say or enough flavor to spill. But this year, I'm fucking positively positive we are going to flip the wigs of each and every one of you, and by the time the seminar is over, you're all gonna be bald, shocked, stunned, schooled, and freaked the fuck out. So, in the past, Violent J has said that they've got big news to announce, and I think the last time that they really hyped this kind of news up, I think that was when they announced that they were going to be suing the FBI. If my memory serves me correctly, if I'm wrong, tell me. But I want to believe that that was the last time that they really hyped up an announcement for the gathering seminar, for the ICP seminar at the gathering. So I really have no idea what this is about. And so to all the other Carnival Spirit member homies watching this right now, dude, we have got to do a hangout on this. We've definitely got to talk about what we think this is going to be, because obviously Violent J has a tendency to exaggerate a little bit or overhype news, but it could very well be some very big news, and I'm curious what it is. Are they going to announce some huge fucking win with the FBI? Who knows? Because we are officially technically off the FBI gang list, but who knows? Who knows what they have to talk about? But I'm definitely excited as fuck, and I will definitely be at that seminar. And I have every intention to have my camera ready, so hopefully I'll get some good footage. Next up, he's talking basically about how 2016, like he said, is all about the new. 2016 is going to be a big year. Basically saying that there's so many fucking awesome projects that we are working on behind the scenes here at Psychopathic Records that it really honestly feels like we are white hot right now. And, he says that he wishes he could list them off, but, You know how we do. Drop the flavor a little bit at a time. Some people don't care for the flavor, but a lot of juggalos do. So, I mean, he's talking books, he's talking documentaries, brand new huge events, new and exciting products, and so much more. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to see what they have in store for us. I mean, obviously, we've already got the 2 solo albums coming out from Violent J and Shaggy. We've got the new card game coming out. We got the audio book. So that right there, that's already 4 fucking great things that are confirmed for this year, as long as nothing gets delayed. So I'm curious to see what else they have in store for us. Maybe they're gonna have a documentary for the Ringmaster show, like they did Riddlebox a couple years ago. Um, who knows? Who knows what they have in store? I can't wait to see. I wish they would kind of drop a little bit more than that, but you don't want to put your foot in the mouth, which has happened many times. Then the next up, we're basically going over the Violent J solo charity tour, of course, which is hitting up the West Coast, and he he's talking about he's going to be mostly performing classic ICP jams, but he's also going to be doing some solo stuff. Um, yeah, right there. Some of my solo joints never heard before live. So that'll be cool for all the ninjas who can hit up those dates. Down here at the bottom, he says that there is actually a song featuring Nova, Rockefeller, and Lil Easy E, Young Wicked, and Violent J. The CD is going to cost you $10. It's one song, but this is a charity tour, so that $10 goes to charity. So I mean, yeah, $10 for one song. At first, you're kind of like, fuck that. But remember, it is going to charity. So, the song is called Sick Kids. And there you go. Pick it up. Hopefully they'll put that shit on Hatch Gear. I think I would probably scoop it up if it goes to charity. You know what I mean? And to close off this edition of the Hatchet Herald, which I'm not even going to read any of this because, it is actually really rather super long, but he decided to start doing a new feature called Violent J's Dating Adventures. And in this, he's talking about a girl he met named Vicky. So this story is called Vicky. And I'm not going to read it to you. You guys can go check out the Hatchet Herald and read it for yourselves. He's just basically talking about a dating experience he had very recently. So there is the promotional flyer for the solo charity tour with the dates there, so you guys know. And they also did close it off with an interview with Tom Wood, which again, I'm not going to read it to you. You'll have to go check out the Hatchet Herald for yourself. So that is it. That is all for this edition of What's Happening Now, a current look at the Hatchet Herald, or a current look at the Hatchet happenings within the Hatchet Herald. So I am DC Fago Guy. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.